Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we are looking at Transcontinental Realty Investors Inc. or TCI and their latest report, which basically tells us how they've been doing financially. Let's just say sometimes the numbers tell a story you might not expect, and we are here to decode exactly that. Before we dive in though, if you enjoy these straight to the point breakdowns of important financial documents, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And hey, we've got a great community over on Discord where we chat about these companies and much more, link in the description below. Alright, so what we have here is what's called a current report, specifically a Form 8. Think of this as a company's way of quickly telling the world about any really big news that could affect investors. For Transcontinental Realty Investors, TCI, the big news on the 6th of November 2025 was their financial results for the quarter that just ended on the 30th of September 2025. Now, the most interesting part of this kind of report is always the numbers. This filing tells us that TCI did announce their operational results for the quarter ending the 30th of September 2025, and it's attached as an exhibit. We aren't going to get bogged down in every tiny detail because honestly, most of it is just legal boilerplate. What we want to get to are the juicy bits that tell us how the company is actually performing. This exhibit, this press release, is where the real meat of the financial story is. Companies use these releases to highlight their performance. While the filing itself is a bit dry, the press release attached is usually more direct about what happened financially. We're going to look for the key figures that give us a real picture of the company's health. They usually want to put their best foot forward in these. But we're going to look beyond the marketing spin to see what the actual numbers say. Sometimes a good news is just a good news, but sometimes there are hidden figures that needs attention. So looking at TCI, they are a real estate investment company. That means their business is primarily about owning, operating, and developing real estate properties. When we look at their results, we want to see how their properties are performing, if they are generating good income, and if the value of their real estate portfolio is growing. Are they expanding their portfolio? Are they selling properties? And how is that impacting their bottom line? These are the questions we're trying to answer, and it's signed off by Eric L. Johnson, the President and Chief Executive Officer. This is pretty standard for a report filed by a public company. He is essentially attesting that the information being provided is accurate to the best of his knowledge. So the ball is in the court of management to ensure the financials being presented are correct. When it comes to a real estate investor like TCI, a few things are always top of mind. First, revenue. Are they bringing in more rent and other income from their properties? Second, profitability. After paying all their expenses like property taxes, maintenance, and loan interest, how much money is left to reinvest or distribute to shareholders? And third, the value of their assets. How much are their properties worth on paper? And is that value increasing or decreasing? This typically depends on market conditions, interest rates, and how well they manage their properties. While this specific filing is brief and points to an attached press release for the details, we know that for a real estate company, the key figures would revolve around rental income, occupancy rates, property values, and any gains or losses from selling properties. A strong report would show rising revenues, healthy profit margins, and an appreciating asset base. Conversely, declining revenues, shrinking profits, or falling property values would be red flags. Now, let's consider the broader picture for companies like TCI. The real estate market can be cyclical. Interest rates play a huge role. If interest rates are low, it is cheaper for them to borrow money to acquire or develop new properties, and it can also make their existing properties more attractive to tenants and buyers. If interest rates are high, the opposite is true. The overall economic climate is also crucial. A strong economy usually means more demand for commercial and residential real estate, while a weak economy can lead to higher vacancies and lower rents. TCS strategy would likely involve identifying undervalued properties, improving them, and then benefiting from market appreciation or steady rental income. They might also be focused on specific sectors of real estate like office buildings, retail spaces, or residential complexes, each with its own unique set of risks and opportunities. Looking at this particular filing, it is really just a heads up that more detailed financial information is available elsewhere. Wednesday need to see that accompanying press release or a more comprehensive report like a 10Q or annual 10K to really dig into the specifics of their performance. However, the fact that they are filing this 8K on the 6th of November 2025, reporting on the quarter ending the 30th of September 2025, means they are meeting their disclosure obligations in a timely manner. The corporate stock symbol for Transcontinental Realty Investors Inc. is TCI trading on the NYSE. This is important because it means their stock is readily available for public investors to buy and sell. In conclusion, this Form 8K from Transcontinental Realty Investors Inc. is essentially a pointer to their latest financial results. We've established that for a real estate company, the devil is in the details of rental income, property valuations, and overall profitability, without seeing the full financial statements. It is hard to give a definitive analysis of TCI's current health, but this filing serves as a notification that those details are out there. So, what is your take on what you expect to see in TCI's financial results when they are fully disclosed? Do you think they are navigating the current real estate market well? Let me know your thoughts and predictions in the comments below. If you found this quick overview helpful, please hit that like button. It really helps the channel grow. And make sure you subscribe for more deep dives into the world of corporate finance. Don't forget to join our Discord community. The link is in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next decoding.